August 6th, 1945 begins as an unremarkable morning for Arrupe and his young Jesuit students on the outskirts of Hiroshima. The hum of an approaching airplane does not seem particularly threatening. They're used to hearing armadas of bombers overhead. Today, there is no siren to raise the level of fear.
So on August 6, 1945, when the first atom bomb fell on Hiroshima, Arrupe and his group were just outside the city limits. They heard it, and everything flew apart in the house. They didn't know what it was.
The fate of Father Arrupe and his novices is later filmed for the record by the American government.
A group of Jesuits who were teaching in Hiroshima witnessed and survived the explosion. Between 0 Point and the main building of the novitiate of Jesuits was a hill which served to lessen the intensity of the blast. Yet, despite this protection, the glass in the doors of the main entrance foyer were shattered, and the paneled ceiling was blown loose by the force of the explosion occurring 4 miles away.
Father, would you introduce yourself, please?
In future years, Arrupe would be called upon many times to tell his story, beginning immediately with U.S. newspaper reporters and military investigators.
What were you doing in Hiroshima at the time of the explosion?
Suddenly, we saw a blinding light, like a flash of magnesium. We heard a formidable explosion. After about 15 minutes, we noticed that in the direction of the city, dense smoke arose. We climbed a hill to get a better view. Before us was a decimated Hiroshima.
Father Arrupe, he's been famous for that, for having been one of the witnesses of the falling of the first atomic bomb.
I shall never forget my first sight of what was the result of the atomic bomb. A group of young women 18 to 20 years old clinging to one another as they dragged themselves along the road. On and on they came, a steady procession numbering some 150,000.